On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Astonishing.
Surprising or shocking, difficult to believe.
Examples:
Astonishing achievement. Make astonishing gains. The news of her sudden death was astonishing to everyone who knew her.
Barren.
Unable to produce or sustain growth, lacking fertility, unproductive, lacking interest, excitement, or creativity, empty or desolate.
Examples:
Barren wasteland. Barren desert. The desert is known for its barren terrain with no sign of vegetation.
Watercolor.
A painting method in which pigments are mixed with water and a binder and then applied to paper or another support.
Examples:
Framed watercolor. Watercolor landscape. The watercolor painting had a soft, dreamy quality to it.
Superstar.
A very famous and successful performer or athlete.
Examples:
Superstar athlete. Jazz superstar. She is a superstar in the music industry.
Divergence.
The act or process of separating and moving in different directions, a difference or variance between two or more things or ideas, a deviation from a common or shared path or goal.
Examples:
Divergence angle. Ideological divergence. The divergence in opinions among the team members led to a delay in completing the project.
Ancestral.
Related to or connected with members of your family from the past.
Examples:
An ancestral graveyard. Ancestral roots. The ancestral home has been in the family for generations.
Incomprehensible.
Impossible to understand or explain, not able to be grasped or comprehended.
Examples:
Incomprehensible jargon. Incomprehensible math problem. The mathematical formula was incomprehensible to most of the students.
Jargon.
Specialized language or vocabulary used by a particular group or profession that is often difficult for outsiders to understand. Language that is full of technical slang or obscure terms and is often used to obscure or confuse rather than clarify.
Examples:
Business jargon. Scientific jargon. The financial industry is notorious for using complicated jargon that confuses consumers.
Illuminate.
To light something or to make something lighter or brighter, to make something free from confusion or ambiguity.
Examples:
Illuminate a dark hall. Illuminate my understanding. That biologist illuminated the mechanism of heredity.
Transect.
To cut or divide something by means of a transverse line, typically for surveying or scientific study.
Examples:
Transect a forest. Transect the area. The new highway will transect the wilderness, potentially disrupting local wildlife.
Hemoglobin.
A protein-based molecule found in red blood cells that transports oxygen throughout the body.
Examples:
Hemoglobin level. Abnormal hemoglobin. The hemoglobin gene mutation can cause genetic disorders such as sickle cell disease.
Sponge.
A soft material with many microscopic pores that can absorb a large amount of liquid and is used for washing and cleaning.
Examples:
Sea sponge. Metallic sponge. The tiny marine sponge has existed for more than 500 million years.
Soak.
To allow liquid to be absorbed, typically by immersing in it, to leave as a guarantee in return for money.
Examples:
Soak in a hot spring. Soak away stress. I soaked the shirt in the sink before washing it.
Helix.
A three-dimensional spiral shape or structure, particularly like that of a spring or a DNA molecule.
Examples:
Helix structure. Alpha helix. The DNA molecule is shaped like a double helix.
Unwind.
To relax and release tension, often by engaging in leisure activities or by simply resting, to reverse the winding or twisting of something.
Examples:
Unwind after work. Unwind on vacation. I like to unwind with a good book after a long day at work.
Complication.
Something that makes a situation or condition that is complex or confused.
Examples:
Complication of structure. Resolve without complication. He also continued to struggle with serious long-term complications.
Replicate.
To make an exact copy of something, to repeat a process or experiment to confirm the results.
Examples:
Replicate the cell. Replicate data. The experiment was replicated several times to ensure accuracy.
Biochemical.
Relating to the chemical processes and substances that occur within living organisms.
Examples:
Biochemical reaction. Complex biochemical. Biochemical research is essential to understanding the complex chemical reactions in living organisms.
Spool.
A cylindrical device with a flange at one or both ends, containing a hollow center and used to wind or store wire, thread, tape, film, or other flexible materials.
Examples:
Spool pin. Spool of tape. I need a new spool of thread for my sewing machine.
Sect.
A group of people who follow a particular religious or philosophical belief system, especially one that is regarded as outside the norm or mainstream.
Examples:
Sect beliefs. Secret sect. The minority sect believed in a set of unconventional religious practices.
Fidelity.
Faithfulness to a person, cause, or thing, loyalty or devotion to a duty or obligation, accuracy or exactness in reproducing or representing something.
Examples:
Fidelity guarantee deposit. High fidelity music. The couple promised each other fidelity in their marriage vows.
Jiggle.
To move or shake with small quick movements, often in a slightly playful or teasing way.
Examples:
Jiggle the handle. Jiggle the keys. The airplane experienced turbulence, causing the passengers to jiggle in their seats.
Wiggle.
To move or cause to move up and down or from side to side in short and quick movements.
Examples:
Wiggle her lips. Wiggle with excitement. Her hips wiggle as she walks.
Nanoscale.
On a scale that can be measured in nanometers, equals 1/1000th of a meter, on a very small scale.
Examples:
Nanoscale device. Things at the nanoscale. This process improves the strength of the metal by controlling the nanoscale lattice structure of the metal.
Pore.
A tiny hole in the skin of people or other animals that sweat can pass through. Verb, to read carefully or study attentively.
Examples:
Woody pore fungi. Pore over reference books. I was sweating at every pore.
Time-lapse.
A technique in photography or cinematography where a series of images or frames are taken at set intervals and then played back at a faster speed to create the illusion of time moving quickly.
Examples:
Time-lapse photography. Capture time-lapse footage. The time-lapse video beautifully captured the changing seasons over a year.
Envelope.
To surround and cover completely, to encase.
Examples:
Envelop the whole world. Envelop her in a bear hug. The fog enveloped the city, making it difficult to see.
Sausage.
A type of meat product usually made from pork, beef, or poultry, chopped into small pieces, put in a long tube of skin, then cooked or served cold in thin slices.
Examples:
Beef sausage. German sausage. The mother sliced off a piece of sausage.
Rewind.
To make something, such as a film or tape, go back to the beginning.
Examples:
Rewind a film. Manually rewind the tape. Please rewind the thread onto the reel.
Equator.
A line of latitude that separates Earth's northern and southern hemispheres and has a radius of around 40,075 kilometers, 24,901 miles.
Examples:
South of the equator. Above the equator. Ecuador is on the equator.
Whisker.
Any of the long, stiff hairs that grow near the face of certain animals, such as cats or rats, a long, thin, projecting piece or part, such as an antenna or a protruding edge.
Examples:
Whisker trimming. Box whisker chart. The cat's whiskers twitched as it watched the birds outside the window.
Scaffold.
A temporary platform or structure used to support workers and materials during construction or maintenance work.
Examples:
Scaffold construction. Go to the scaffold. The construction workers set up the scaffold to reach the top of the building.
Tubule.
A small, tube-like structure, a minute duct or canal in a plant or animal body.
Examples:
Tubule structure. Renal tubule. The kidney comprises tiny tubules that filter waste from the bloodstream.
Clockwork.
A mechanism in which a series of gears, springs, and other mechanical elements are used to power a device, especially a clock.
Examples:
Run like clockwork. Clockwork precision. The clockwork mechanism in the grandfather clock needed to be wound up every week.
Dynein.
A type of motor protein that moves along microtubules in cells, playing a key role in various cellular processes such as intracellular transport, mitosis, and ciliary and flagellar movement.
Examples:
Dynein motor. Cytoplasmic dynein. Inhibition of dynein activity has been proposed as a potential therapeutic target for cancer treatment.
Pleasurable.
Giving satisfaction or pleasure, enjoyable.
Examples:
A pleasurable experience. Have a very pleasurable time. Our marital life was full of happiness and pleasurable excitement.
Eradicate.
To get rid of or destroy something completely, especially something bad.
Examples:
Eradicate the deficit. Eradicate racial discrimination. We are trying to eradicate this disease from the world.